Hello there. In this video, we're going to look at adding our feedback states to our style guide. So let's do this. Okay, so diving back into Figma, we are back in our style guide file and I'm on the colors page. So just before I start, I'm going to just unlock the page. I just want to add a stroke to this because we've got white here and you can't really see the swatch here. So if I just add a stroke and let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can use that for now. We can always adjust it later. I just think it helps when we've got colors that are quite light that we can still see the swatch. Okay, so now that border's done, let's dive into our next set of colors. I'm going to grab the heading. I'm going to copy that out. Just going to click here, paste that there, or paste it below. There we go. Just going to press Shift A and create a container. I'm just going to tidy these things up a little bit. So that should be fine. Let's give this a heading of feedback states as we're going to focus on our success, alert and error states in this video. Just going to reset this component here and we can think about adding some information later. Let's just have a quick look. How did we structure the one above? So we put it into a row. So let's copy that out. Let's go into our container here. Let's press Command V. I don't want all of these colors obviously, so let's just delete all of those. Come here to the swatch and reset it. Okay, that's fine. And I think we gave 48 pixels gap between, so let's keep it consistent. Okay, so that looks good. Let's come up here again and let's draw out a frame. I'm going to draw out a slightly larger frame so we can see it. I'm going to press I on the keyboard. I'm going to select the sapphire color that we have. So to begin with, let's start with our success state. I'm just going to duplicate that out and I'm going to click into the fill. Let's go and just drag this down to, let's have a look. Need to get to green, so probably should use this instead. I can use the numbers and I can use my keyboard arrows to press up and down. Let's go to 110. I think that's fine for now. Let's duplicate this, press Option and drag. Let's drag out another one. Let's click on the fill and let's go for our alert color. So let's go down, try and find an orange. Let's bring that right down for now. Let's just leave it at 12. It's quite a dark orange. Let's just drag that out. And for red, we can go all the way to the end. Okay, looking at the colors we've got from just scaling the hue across the different colors, they look quite dark. I just want to bump them up a little bit so they're a bit more vibrant. So I'm just going to select all of these, Option drag, and just again click on the fill. So that's what we've created from our brown color, and that's what we've got just moving our hue. So I want to increase the brightness. So I'm going to click on the brightness and let's just bring it up a little bit because I think it's just too dark. So let's bring it to, let's bring it to 77. And let's do that consistently for all of our colors. Go in there, 77. Where are we? 77. There we go. So I think that's a little bit better because when you compare it, this one on the left looks a bit more muted and this one is brighter as we've moved up the brightness. So I'm just going to delete these. I'm going to delete our brown color because we don't need that. We've already got that. And what I'm going to do now is open my plugins and go back to the foundation color generator. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go back to Atlassian because that's what we've been using. Now before we were using the neutral colors to build out our neutral set, I'm going to use the color option here. So I'm going to click on color, use the color swatch. So I'm just going to move over a bit. I'm going to click on the color swatch, use the eyedropper, click on the green. And now we have our green palette. Let's just rename that to success. Okay, now I'm going to click on palette. There we go, that exports that. I'm just going to pop that down there for now. I'm going to do the same while I've got this open. So I'm going to click on this color square, click on the eyedropper, click on my orange. Okay, so there we go, we've got our orange. I'm going to click on palette. That's exported that out for me. Actually, I'm just going to delete that and I'm going to put alert as the name, then click on palette. There we go. And last of all, let's just click on that color again, click on the eyedropper, click on the red. I'm just going to change that from alert to error. There we go, click on palette, that exports that, move that down to there. Okay, now I think we're done. So let's just zoom in a little bit. So here's all our colors. We've got our success, alert, and error. I'm just going to delete out these giant swatches that I have above. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is open Figma in the browser. So I've got it ready here. And I've got the exact same page open. You can see my mouse from the other file is there. I'm just going to zoom in. Now I have a Chrome plugin installed. So if I just hover over it, it's called the CC checker, color contrast checker. So I'm going to click on that and it opens this panel in the browser. It's quite a large panel, so I'm just going to have to push the screen down a little bit. And I'm sure you can get similar plugins within Figma, but I quite like this one in the browser. I've used it before. So we've got our foreground color of white and our background color. So I just want to change this background color. Let's just change it to, let's go to our red. And it gives us our accessibility scores, whether we're passing color contrast or whether we're failing. So what's good is this one is passing all of them. So it's AA and AAA. Which is great. If I go to the orange, that passes all of them as well. I'm pretty sure the green might not pass all of them. Yeah, so that fails the AAA. But I'm still happy with that. We've got AA pass, so that should be okay for now for this project. Obviously, if you're working on certain projects and they're wanting you to be very strict on accessibility and color contrast passing to certain levels, so this is probably somewhere you want to spend some time refining those colors down further to get better contrast across the palette. I'm happy with these for now. I'm going to close that and I'm going to go back to my Figma file. Okay, so now we've got all our colors ready. We want to add them as swatches on our page. So I will speed this section of the video up and I will see you in a bit.
Julep, pop 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 julep, pop 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 julep, pop 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 pop.
Okay, so welcome back. So as you can see, we now have our feedback states here, our error, alert, and success. We've got them here now on our page, which is great. So what we need to do now is add these to our variables within the style guide file. So I'm going to click off any pages. I'm going to go to local variables, click on the icon here. Just going to expand this a little bit. So what we have under our colors collection, we've got our brand colors, we've got our extended palette, and that also contains a subsection here for neutral. I think I'm going to adjust the structure of our variables panel again. So I'm going to drag neutral up so it's on the same level as brand. It gets rid of the extended palette. And what I'm now going to do is add sections for error, alert, and success. Okay, so let's click down here on create variable. Let's create a color. Let's just scroll down. Just going to click on the color swatch. Going to click on the eyedropper, and I'll start with the error 500. Okay, that's good. That seems to have worked. Okay, so let's add a naming convention in here. I'm just going to press settings because I don't want it to fall under neutral. It's going to go under error. So do error, and then we'll add our color name. So DWM -error -500. Click on enter. You can see it's just removed itself from the neutrals group, and it's created a new group here for error. So what I'll do is I'll speed up this part of the video and I will add the remaining error colors. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, we've got all our error colors in. We can go now on our variables panel, and what's great is we can toggle between the brand, the neutral, and the errors. What I'll do now is I'm going to create two more groups, one for the alerts and one for the success colors. So I'll speed this part of the video up and I will see you in a bit. Okay, so welcome back. So as you can see, we now have our error, we have our alert, and we have our success states. They're all in as variables, so that's all good. So I'm going to close the panel here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to update these colors on the page to use our variables. So if I just zoom in a little bit and click on error 500, I can go to the fill here, click on the 4 dots, and I should now have my new variables in here. You can actually type in the search up here. So if I type error, it filters the list and it only shows me the error colors. So if I do error 500, click on this one here for 400, type in error, that's 400. Let's do the 300 as well. Let's click on here, click on the 4 dots, error, let's do 200. This is the 100, 75, and last of all, 50. Okay, great, so that's nice and easy. I'm just going to do the same for alerts. Okay, great, that should all be done. Let's go up to the success. Let's do exactly the same thing. Okay, so if I just zoom out, I click on the container, if I go down to my selection colors, you can see all of these are now using variables. Let's just check nothing is not using a variable. Okay, so everything looks good there. Everything seems to be using variables. Okay, I think we're done with our feedback states. We've done a good job with our errors, our alerts, and our success colors. I think these colors give us a good enough range for now to use across our UI elements when we're building out components or pages. So I think that's fine. Let's go up here to this icon to review our unpublished changes. Let's click on publish and let's just see. So we've got 40 variables that have changed. So we've added our alerts, our errors, and then we go at the bottom, we've added our success states. We've modified the neutral states because we've removed a level as well. So that's fine. Let me just go back. I'm just going to add a message in here. Okay, so I've just added a note saying updated our neutral structure, removing the extended palette level, added error, alert, and success variables. I'm just going to click on publish. Okay, there we go. And the file is successfully published. Great. Let's just scroll up on the page. Let's just take off the sidebars for a moment. So what I'm going to do in line with our variables here, because we removed extended palette, I'm just going to put neutrals here. So I think that's fine for now. Let's have a quick look at our page. So we've got our brand colors at the top, we've got our neutral colors, we've got our feedback state colors. It's looking good. We're building out our color palette as we go. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. We've done a great job with our feedback states. I think we've got some good combinations there for colors to assist with good color contrast on our UI, so that's great. In the next video, we'll look at expanding the color palette further in case in the future we want to do things like visualizations, charts, or use other colors on our interface. So we'll expand that palette a little bit more in the next video. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for getting to the end. Like and subscribe, add some comments, check out some other videos on my channel. I am currently burning my leg on this heater, so I need to get that turned off. Right, that's good. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for subscribing. I think we've got over 200 subscribers now on the channel, so that's great. If you haven't subscribed, get on it. Okay, that's it. I will see you next week.
Savage in me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own. Mom kept asking me about how I got the P, I told her leave it mum and grow. Then they're ringing off my phone, then they're ringing off my phone. Times change but mine's made up, I ain't got line patience, tried then, don't like bait, just come close but swear that. Went ghost with a hurt pack, never boast loud, get your bird whacked in my condo where I birth tracks with a gang. Catch that for the gram, snap that for the man. These dudes do the most, no money in the hand. I ain't never had to feel away, rhyme steady and they feel the way. Occupation make it either way, never worry cause I can. Back chat from the whack gang, took charge when they sack man. Passport when a milestone, make space when the bags land. This must be